You never really know what your dad does when you go to prison.
I feel like there was a time in my life when my father would have been that way. He would have been like, "Fuck him, leave him there."
Yeah.
But like today, I feel like he's mellowed so much, and has taken a look back and been like, "Oh well, I wasn't really there that much." Like. For him as a kid, so as an adult,
least I could do.
Yeah, the least I can do is get him out of a fucking Turkish prison for really what amounts to not that much drugs.
What about your dad, Brian?
My dad arrested me once.
Your dad's a cop?
He was a corrections officer.
Citizen's arrest.
Then he became a parole officer, and he would like go after like people with expired warrants and shit for New York State. We're estranged. I haven't spoken to my father in it's got to be since 2008, right? Around.
Oh wow,
that sounds about right.
Yeah. So I haven't spoken to my father in a long time, but so one time I was 12 and I had like a sleepover with my friends. My mother really didn't want me to, and she was like, just make sure the house is clean. And my mother found crumbs. She went apeshit and started beating me with a fucking vacuum. And I was like, please stop.
Like a dustbuster?
Like the attachments.
Okay.
Like, the long one you put for like corners. And she's whooping my ass with this thing. And I'm already, I'm 12. I'm stronger than my mother.
Right.
And I'm like, please stop hitting me. Please stop hitting me. And I grab her, trying to like get her to stop. And like, I throw her onto like my bed. And she hits her head on the wall. And she's laying there like she's knocked
now
out.
She's the victim.
and my sister sees this, and it looks like I murdered my mother. Right. So my sister's running to the phone. She's gonna call the cops, and I run to the phone, and I'm hitting the receiver, and I'm fighting with my little sister. And my mother gets up, and she's like, "I'm calling your father. Wait in your room." So I'm waiting in my room. And my father was coming home from work. We were getting ready to go on a family vacation that day.
Oh, my God.
My father busts open my door, kicks it full blast, gun drawn. Put your hands in the fucking air, scumbag! Put your hands in the fucking air!
It sounds like Tackleberry and shit, Police Academy.
He felt the need to have his gun drawn on the 12-year-old.
I think it was scare me straight.
Right.
I like to think his safety was on.
Maybe it wasn't loaded.
Yeah.
That is the behavior of someone who is not balanced.
My father is psychotic.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's violently psychotic. So he grabs me and he throws me on the bed and he handcuffs me. And
he called you a scumbag?
Yeah. And he handcuffs me and he's dragging me down the stairs and I have my cuffs on and he puts me in the cop car, fucking ducking my head under and I'm sitting in the back seat.
Jerking off. That's where it all started.
And I'm like, fuck. And in my head, I'm going through every prison trope. Right. That I know. I'm like, okay, right when I get there, I got to punch the biggest guy I can. I'm like going through everything that like movies have taught me. And I'm like, this is it. This is the rest of my life. I'm a felon now. And I'm trying not to cry because, I want
cry.
I don't want to be like the weak person in prison.
You can't let him win.
And I'm also 12. And we get outside the police precinct on Staten Island. And now I'm getting ready. And he like opens the door. He's getting ready to take me out. And then I emotionally broke down and I couldn't take it anymore. And I started bawling. And it was like, okay, you've learned your lesson enough.
What do you think his plan was? Like, was he going to really take you inside?
I think he was hoping
that you cried.
That I cried.
Right.
But if I was
tough guy.
If I didn't care and I was like, fuck it, I don't care.
He would have beat your foot.
I don't know what would have happened.
But like, did he ever... In retrospect, did he ever look back and think, well, what my son did was like an accident? He accidentally bumped his mom's head into a wall because she was beating him, and he couldn't take a beating anymore. Like I feel like as a dad, I would have to look at the mom and be like, well, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? You're beating him with fucking implements.
You're what we call
vacuum
a reasonable person.
Yeah,
Brian's dad, no,
not reasonable, unreasonable.
There's a lot of angry dad stories I have.
God damn.